series of the competition where they lost it. FaZe pick it here in the series. Is there a way FaZe get this first map win and actually make this a real fight?
I mean, there's always a chance. I'll say it's a brave pick in a sense of starting on T side Nuke. Yep. I'm interested to see the approach from FaZe Clan, right? I think they struggled a little bit with the slower style on T side, but on Nuke you can set things a bit more and play with more pace. I think that's the way to victory for FaZe Clan. Be aggressive, play with pace.
Well, let's see what the pistol round has in store for us here. FaZe Clan starting on that T side. Rain Twist with smokes, 2 flashes for Carrigan.
Yeah, already dropping down his chopper into the lower bomb site, so we'll see what Twist can find with his P250 outside. You'll be seeing him outside a lot throughout this half for FaZe. Playing on that ground level. Rain going to be moving up with them. Smoke wall set up and looking for the peak with those P250s. But the defense is just chilling. Very far back. 3-man stack in the upper bomb site. You got a player spotting outside who can't see through these smokes. You got Chopper already downstairs. So Spirit's fine to let them have the real estate. And FaZe is going to be happy because that means they get to connect both the secret play and the lobby/ramp room play that's coming in any moment.
Well, 1 minute left on the clock. No fights yet.
I mean, I guess it's kind of like they just want these guys, this P250, to have as much time as possible to hunt down, so they don't care to do anything quite yet in lobby. They want to see where that first point of contact is going to be. Smoke over towards the doors tells them everything they need to know, which is that there's already downstairs presence.
Dealing with them, you know they're there, but dealing with them could be a whole other problem. 35 seconds left for FaZe to make this work.
This might be the strangest pistol round on Nuke I've ever seen.
It feels very weird. They're already flanking around back of ramp room, so Carrigan and troops got to get downstairs quickly.
Well, Rain in a fight now with Tanir. Twist is going to go out and help him. Now Chopper up on the rafters, having to deal with players coming down ramp through the double doors, and eventually the Spirit defenses that had already rotated down to B do nothing. They don't get a single kill, and now FaZe in a 5v2 thanks to Twist, and now Frozen. It is Shiro alone. FaZe haven't lost a single member, and they will completely dismember this defense of Spirit.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's just kind of what happens in a pistol round where you have no information, you have no peeking, no one knows what's happening on the map. You basically were blind on the map the entire round if you're Spirit.
Well, also gave up control of ramp plus outside.
Yes, that too.
It's kind of too much, especially in the pistol round. I don't know, Chopper going there straight away, not even spotting, you know, maybe it's some sort of I can't even say it's an anti-strat. I'm not really sure what that was.
Yeah.
But FaZe, props to them being able to piece it together in the mid-round. You know, it was also strange for them to not have any contact. Some good shots from Twist.
2 kills from Frozen as well, the highest rated player for FaZe at this event for them so far. So good to see him get out to a decent start in the pistol. Chopper on secret stairs. Going to be forced back by the Flames or forced forward into a fight. Either way, it's going to suck.
Yeah, definitely sucks for Chopper. He's going to back away. At least still has his life. Shiro not finding any impact yet as he scours the landscape outside. We've got Dog sending bullets through, nothing connected. FaZe have numbers down secret.
Oh, more delay tactics. That's the last smoke for the CT side. So when that expires, Secret's going to be open for FaZe to have the avenue in. They might want to wait for that before they decide to move elsewhere.
Interesting to see Carrigan in the lobby as the lurk. Usually he's outside with the rest of the team, but
I think that's something that's kind of in place during this Rain period. I know Rain was playing top silo as well in their previous game. There's a flash peek. Good job from Twist.
Good
Dropped
response.
Afterwards, and a 4-on-4. There's 40 seconds on the clock.
Chopper gets into the vent. Just going to bide his time, try and gather in for the FaZe. Haven't stayed committed to it. Now Shiro's going to be dragged out to watch the secret leave. As FaZe send a bullet towards his face, Shiro changes up position. Will call to his teammates that the A site is about to be attacked. Can they defend it? Spirit having to try and hold on. You got Sway going down in the lobby, and all the kills come in from FaZe. It's Donk at heaven, and nothing he can really do here. So a grenade lands towards his face, and FaZe will have 2 rounds in a row.
Donk is very good, but he's not God, so we'll go down in the end. Put in dicey there for a second, you know, Shiro being up heaven, long range with the scout, but Carrigan, dare I say, nice movement. to go down ladder like a crazy person with the Mac 10, gets the kill on Zway and really enables that split.
Oh, obviously Rain isn't happy with the headset scenario right now, so going to be trying to get that sorted out and get back into the game, which...
These headsets have gone downhill since I last played.
Yeah, a couple of weeks
ago.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll get that figured out and picked in, and we'll get into round number 3 moving forward.
It's not going to be a very exciting round, is it?
No, I don't expect any kind of a buy from the Spirit side of things.
Donk has a deagle.
That is true.
If Ime can do it, Donk can do it.
They're okay. Let's switch out. We got a whole new one coming his way.
I like that. Skip right to the fix you know is going to work, right?
Yep.
Don't check anything. Just get right to the
have a new one.
Right to the solution.
Well, we heard Frozen in that pre-game interview talking about how they're just vibing right now. They made it to the playoffs. They didn't expect to do it. It's been, I'm sure, a bit of panic.
Guys, I need a tech ball, okay? My headset is making a lot of noise.
Beeping?
All right, Ryan, do it again for me real quick.
Sounds like a cow.
Yeah.
Someone's just playing cow noises in his headphones while he's gaming.
Yeah, but I think this might be an interesting series, right? Because, okay, Spirit isn't dealing with a stand-in situation, but they just got a new player. This is their first tournament with Tanir, and Zwei has also moved around on some maps to accommodate Tanir a little bit more. So they're figuring it out with this lineup. And I mean, FaZe Clan, man, that's 5 experienced players on the lineup. Sure, Rain isn't supposed to be on the team, but he's a very versatile guy who can fit in. Kerrigan is the best in-game leader in the world at playing with a stand-in and having to improvise. And do you want these 5 guys, we talked about it in the 2-2 game, to play with no pressure?
Yeah.
You know, and just sort of game, and Kerrigan was talking in the post-game interview how they were calm the entire time against Aurora on that 3rd map, you know, when they were starting to mount a comeback. So can be dangerous here against Team Spirit.
It's what makes this matchup kind of fun for me, because I feel like a lot of people, I'm sort of shocked by it. I feel like, you know, Spirit are like these heavy, almost overwhelming favorites, and I want to be like, sure, in one sense, but also with the players that they've had, like Tanir coming in and moving around, and Tanir giving that interview of like, I'm not sure I should be playing as a star player within this roster, so there's still some confusion there. I think there's the stand-in and the new players for Spirit. I think there's weaknesses on both teams that can get exploited.
And dude, the map pool is Nuke, Mirage, Dust 2.
Yeah.
Right? Like
That is, a chance for FaZe.
If Spirit picked an overpass, or maybe even Ancient wouldn't be too bad, I think that would have made it more difficult for FaZe. But with this map pool, they've played all of these maps.
Yeah, and you couple that with the fact that Spirit lost very convincingly on Nuke to Inner Circle to kick off the competition.
I don't care about that. It's their first. It was their first
day.
First game with this lineup. They haven't played LAN Counter-Strike since EWC, where they got eliminated after 1 series.
And Tanir beat them on the other team.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, well, they haven't played the greatest squad so far, but that's just because they've been a high seed team. They beat the teams they needed to, Inner Circle, Ho2, and then an underperforming G2.
They got the job done.
Yeah.
You know, Yanko, you opened this game up saying, you know, I think FaZe is going to have to play pretty fast, pretty, you know, aggressive, make the calls. You can do it on Nuke. Everything's been really ultra slow. That's a missmoke, but it's okay.
Yeah, man, it's an anti-equal. Leave me alone.
All right. All right, I'll come
Haven't even
back.
had the first gun round yet.
I'll come back to that, but they had a pistol. That was slow.
I hope they upper bust Yanko in that first gun round.
I hope they bust too, Dinko.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's waiting for that.
Well, Bustin' makes me feel good. You know how the song goes. Here we are, 3-0 for FaZe.
Oh, a song, yeah.
And we get into the gun rounds.
You're too young for that, Dink. We're too young for Ghostbusters. It was before your time.
Definitely watched it. Just don't remember anything, really.
I didn't
You
remember
were
that.
4. I wouldn't either.
I watched the new one, though. That sucked.
All the new ones suck.
All right, here we go. Gun
Still
round.
on a Mac 10, Jason. It could be fast.
It could be. We'll find out. Frozen going to be chucking out some utility. Same with Brokey, him and Twist on the ground. We're seeing Rain hop up on top as well towards outside. They've got some pace. They got some pep to their step. And Twist looks like he wants to hustle across that smoke wall.
And then he stops.
And then he hits. And then he pumps the brake.
and he
yes.
just decides to stop walking. It's going to be Shiro to pull first blood here in round 4. It's going to rain down. Twist has moved into the garage. Shiro still prowling outside. His teammate Donk is gone. And now Twist is starting to apply a little bit further pressure. FaZe have decent positioning here.
Yeah, they actually did a really good job taking a ton of space off of Rain's death coming through that smoke. Twist is able to get good standing up towards garage. They got some information into the bomb site as well now towards the upper site. But the MAC-10 leading the attack from Mini is not the fight Frozen's looking for.
Shiro, another one picked off. And Zwei holding down the A bomb site, traded out by Brokey, but FaZe are now in a very tough spot that just gets much easier thanks to that kill from Twist onto Tanir. If Brokey can win this ramp fight against Chopper, and suddenly it's Shiro having to win it alone. And Brokey doesn't want to get engaged in that. He's lost Twist. Now Brokey must fight on. Knows that Shiro was last spotted towards Heaven. And Chopper's just going to hold down the ramper, and Brokey thought there would be a Shiro swing eventually coming in from Hell, but it never arrived.
Yeah, he lost track of Chopper as well. I think he thought Chopper dropped down onto the ramp room as well, so he wasn't clear on hard left whatsoever. So yeah, odd round for FaZe, almost able to make it work, getting into some dangerous, tricky positions. A nice shot from Twist, but overall, Shiro's up, holding down outside for pretty much the entirety of the round is the game changer. And let Spirit put their first round on the board in an immediate timeout called. This one from FaZe.
Why do you think they call a timeout here, Yanko? Like this early in the game?
I think might be to figure out the buy as well, because Kerrigan and Rain couldn't buy themselves AKs. So Brokey dropped one to Rain. Kerrigan just bought a Mac 10. So sometimes it's like you're low on time and you can't figure out the buy plus make the call. So you want to make sure everything's in order, right? Everyone is on the same page.
I think also you're in a situation too where even though you lose that round, you get it down to 2 players surviving, so the money's going to be busted. So you want to call a round that's going to have impact even if it doesn't work perfectly, right? Even if it's not just a clean win off of the execute, you want a round that's going to have players in position to get some kills and keep the money low.
And Brokey have 7K. Why is he just on the Tech 9?
Handicap?
Save for the AWP later.
Style points?
Win on this one.
Maybe because it's
a fast
pacey
pace
call.
Oh, he's going to be the last one in, chucking utility, so maybe he's thinking he can pick up a ground on the or a gun on the way.
He just doesn't believe in his teammates. Here they go, frozen into the side. Chopper, he's going to go down first. Tanir making quick work of the response, and Sway's still alive, still kicking at the back of the bomb site, but now he's being split on from multiple angles. Tanir slips into the smoke at Hut, but they know where he is. That shot tags up, gives an audible on over, but they still haven't dealt with the Tanir threat. You can't forget about him, and in fact, Kerrigan has completely forgot about this as Tanir swings into the open. He's out of bullets, still wins on the USP, and finally Twist goes into the fight, but then into the open and dropped by Shiro. It's a calamity on the A bomb site here for FaZe.
As if Tanir does that inside the smoke, just saves the round. No one from FaZe even aware. Kerrigan distracted by his missed Heaven smoke. He's caught off guard entirely.
He's just watching it bounce.
These are the rounds that FaZe cannot afford to lose if
Yeah.
they're going to get an upset here, right? I mean, you get into the bomb site, you're 3v2, the bomb down, and
The comms there. Twist isn't peeking from CT vent. He could have turned his angle just a little bit. Now,
Twist had a great, I mean, Donk is 0 and 6. I think the Twist had a great kill onto Donk going main. I thought that was going to be round winning, but just in the end, in the 3v2, they lose track of Spirit's players for a bit, and Brokey Tech 9 didn't help.
no, I mean, he did a good job distracting, but really not worth anything towards the end. I think if you're FaZe here as well, this is a tech pause, so not talking things over quite yet. This is on the Spirit side, I believe, as a couple players have dropped from the server. We'll get them back in ASAP. I mean, you have to buy again if you're FaZe. You get the plant, you get 4 kills. Same philosophy as the previous round. Money is going to be hurt. It's going to be low. They're going to have to drop some weapons, reinvest. Good chance to kind of get an early reset.
Not only that going for FaZe, but you also got a 0 and 6 start for Donk, right?
I think it should be 0 and 5. I think this is because he dropped
the
out.
tech issue.
I got baited by it too. But yeah, in any case, he didn't get a kill so far yet in this game.
And you know that's coming eventually. Just need a little quick game restart.
Yeah, how long can they keep him out of things? How long can they keep him feeling like he's not feeling the flow? Gonna get things match medicked and underway. Round 16 freeze time is set to begin. 13 seconds remaining.
The question is, what does FaZe do here? They probably should buy because they can still get the reset. Only Shiro has money in the bank, and they will. But as you can see, there's not a lot of utility outside of the smokes. A couple of players with flashes, only one Molotov on Frozen.
Yeah, at least the 5 smokes lets them go into the playbook a little bit. You can layer a smoke wall to get a couple different timings, try and force some utility out. If you're Spirit with Shiro having this kind of money, if for whatever reason you get beat pretty clean, you can always call the save, bring 2 weapons forward, have an extra drop in hand. So they've got options as well on the defensive side. Donk outside, smoke wall put up in his face. And FaZe still in that very quiet, chill, slow, calculated game style.
And Shiro has been massive early on in this game, right? His positioning has been spot on. First gun round, he was outside, managed to get 3 kills. Now he's posted up on ramp, and that's where FaZe wants to go.
This almost feels like it should be a fake, though, right? Like, you're going to show the attention, you're going to try and get back without anyone going down. Okay, missed shot from Shiro. 2 players outside haven't moved yet, haven't budged.
Oh, they're going to start applying so much pressure onto Shiro. Tanir wasn't able to save him, but he's certainly able to avenge him. And you've got Donk over towards Hell, but that gives a lot of space here for FaZe to move outside. They've got in towards main. Chopper now just arriving in that rotation up and look its way. Not looking the right way at all. And Rain's going to walk in, catch him, no problem. Here comes the swing from Heaven. Donk ready to fight, but now he really is 0-6. And it's Tanir 1v3. Can't get involved in this one as FaZe get into the A bomb site for the finishing move and go 4-2 up on the board.
That's a really pretty round.
All right, Jason.
Yeah.
I'll take a bite out of that humble pie.
How's it
All right,
taste?
playing slow, they're doing it great. I mean, that was a very well put together round.
That was actually such a beautiful round tactically.
But a lot of it hinges on just finding at least 1 kill on ramp.
Yes.
Whether it's Shiro or whoever it is, to draw out the second rotation, which was Donk. That opens up the gap outside. They go in main, completely unawares his way. And just great trading.
You ain't getting away with this op either. There it is. Perfect trading. And yeah, that's a great way to pull the extra rotation without having to use a whole lot of utility. That was one of the problems they had, right? A cool little set piece, 3 flashbangs, probably a smoke. Allows the defense to shift, allows Rain and Twist to walk into the upper bomb site from outside. Perfectly done from FaZe. A 2-round lead, and they've got that all-important economic break. Now they have the monetary advantage. Shiro picks up an AWP, but it's the only weapon Spirit's going to have to play with.
Yeah, I think they'll just eco really, and he is going for the hero op. So these rounds are really tricky to play against. First of all, does FaZe even
think about the potential?
I think that he could have an op. I think they know someone might have an M4, but whether they believed an op could be in play, I'm not sure. And then it's also, let's say even if he saved it and you know he has it, it's like, is the op going to try to make a play first? Are the pistols? You know, you have to treat it more as a gun round, but it's not a proper gun round either because the pistols will take more risks.
A little faster for FaZe, out to Red. This time into the open. Now they know the AWP is in play, and it hasn't committed to the shot just yet. Eventually, Shiro's through the smoke is going to catch Rain. So AWP immediately find an impact, but remember, the lack of armor means that Shiro takes a lot of damage on board from that grenade.
Yeah, and if things don't go a little bit better moving forward, he might want to start considering the idea that he's going to have to save. This is a great move from Kerrigan, taking control of ramp room. He's got flank options. He has got supportive options towards both bomb sites.
I think that's the round-winning play.
Oh, Shiro's a dead man, isn't he?
Oh.
Just did it so early in the round, too.
Yeah, there's that internal clock, that timing. Kerrigan doesn't go into the open, though.
Which is interesting. The bomb is outside. You think, and he has 2 teammates coming up secret. You think you'd want to give him some support, but he's at least going to clear out the upper bomb site. But they still have to cross Shiro, and Tanir's going to make him pay instead. The 5-7 sings into a 2-on-2.
It's the bomb still. Shiro could drop it, but Frozen just runs him down, assisted with the flash, forces Shiro to look away. And now Chopper coming out through secret. They've got the read on some of the possible positions Chopper could be coming from, and now that Frozen's got behind safety, there should be no way Chopper wins this round. Tanir gives them a good shot at this, though.
If you're Chopper, are you going for this 1v2, or are you going to try and just grab the op and bail out?
I think saving the op because Shiro only has $400 left.
Yeah.
Right. So without that gun, he'll only be able to afford a pistol. But Chopper's feeling himself.
Yeah, here we go, Chopper. It's going to be a really tough clutch to win here. You got the good setup with 1+ CT banding. Kerrigan up in the rafters, but Chopper's going to clear out Frozen. Going for the reload. Oh, Kerrigan has not capitalized on his chance. Where's he gone? He's gone off into the hut. And Chopper, no kit, remember, so he's got to stick it now. He's going to hold it.
Surely not.
He's going to hold it. Kerrigan's coming around. He comes off the defuse. Chopper into the kill, but not able to pick up the round win. He's going to sprint away, but that bomb blast will catch him. Chopper,
it's a big one.
HP, and he's off to the side of the fence. So 5-2 now for FaZe on the T side of Nuke, looking very good at the moment.
Yeah, very nice job from FaZe so far. This was a little bit dangerous. Felt like this was a round they almost weren't going to mind turning the corner without a smoke wall and just taking fights against pistols. And that op was a little bit surprising. I thought Shiro was in a position to really shut them down. That hero op could have had huge impact. But instead, a 3-round lead for FaZe. Back to rifles for Spirit.
If anything, they made it really expensive and got some extra money from all the 5 kills. So both teams low on money coming into this one.
Now Chopper fighting outside. I'm sure it's going to start getting very frustrating for Donk, who's currently 0-7. Looking to try and get involved in some of these outside fights.
Yeah, it's not ideal. That's a big piece of the Spirit defense missing at the moment in Donk.
The biggest. Well, he might get a kill here on this cross. Can he spot Twist's head? He can, and he is going to get that kill. So finally, off the Kusek is Donk. We'll see if this is the turning point for him. Brokey gonna make sure it's just one kill though, as Chopper has to trade, and Spirit's still ahead in 4v3.
Yeah, but you got some room outside if you're FaZe to slide into. The problem is no more utility. Frozen's got one smoke, and that's about it. So Kerrigan's gonna have to make a decision. I feel like with one smoke, you're almost just kind of turning in towards Mini, maybe trying to wrap outside. Secret's gonna be really hard to work without the nades.
On the creep. Ever closer now to Chopper is Frozen. And Chopper, oh my god, what is that? Can't do anything about that. Frozen right through the box, right through the head.
FaZe alone on A. They have a double ramp setup. We see Tnir's now going to push it, so a lot of this round is going to come down to timing. Only 20 seconds left.
Yeah, I have to hit this upper bomb site. Tnir just bolsters the defense here.
You don't feel good if you're Sway. You do not feel good about that. Over the top, Rain gets one. Tnir spotted inside of the hut, takes damage, but still wins the fight against Rain. And now you've got Shiro coming in from heaven. He's got a FAMAS, but he does not have any utility. And here comes the peek over the top. Head turn, flicking around. It's still not going to work out for Kerrigan, but it's Frozen down into the clutch, and he keeps it clean. He makes it look easy, and it's FaZe continuing to build what is looking like a very special T-side here on Nuke.
Well, I said they were going to win because FaZe up. Why not? Frozen putting in a great performance. 13-4 so far. That's a brilliant late-round triple kill to take yet another win for FaZe.
Yeah, you mentioned Frozen's performance in this tournament so far for FaZe being the highest rated player, and he's showing some great form. You can't do anything if you're Chopper in that situation, and Frozen never panics, never worries about that clutch. It's now Donk with a rifle, everybody else on pistols, and a charge into the ramp room. Then Brokey started off here for FaZe.
Oh, now the lobby crunch comes in, a little segmented. Donk yet to get involved, and head ripped off immediately. Not having himself a great day in the office on Nuke. But Frozen is just a beast right now for FaZe. 5-round lead on the T side of Nuke.
14-4, what a start from Frozen. Twist is just there behind him at 9 kills.
And it's just the first map, or the first half of the first map, so, you know, I expect the players from Spirit to warm up into the series and everything, but the concerning aspect is how FaZe is beating them, and it's not gimmicky, it's not super gambly or anything. They're actually playing...
It's not even momentum-based.
Yeah, it's pretty default style, you know, so they've been outplaying them, out-positioning them in a lot of these rounds, and of course Frozen has stepped up a couple of key rounds. Twists early on had important kills too. So this is going to have to be a fight from Spirit. You know, they're going to have to beat FaZe Clan today. It feels like FaZe is not going to beat themselves.
And it's a tough time in which Spirit have to figure out how to do it. I think they probably feel like they haven't had a great buy at any point during the last 3 rounds. Yet again, they have a good one here. Shiro's going to have his AWP but light on utility. Chopper to get nades is going to have to go down to an MP9. So they're shuffling things around, and because of the economic punish in rounds 4 and 5, FaZe has just been able to limit what they've been able to bring to fight with.
Yeah, there's always been some sort of weakness in the Team Spirit defense.
Well, let's also be real too. With Donk in this kind of a performance, like, Spirit probably hasn't had to deal with outside being this exposed and exploited in a long time.
Right. So it's like, what do we even do about this?
Send Tnir over. He's having a great game. Leave ramp open for the most part. So him and Donk doubling up.
Whatever it takes.
Alright, smoke execute in. Donk attempts to disrupt it with HE grenades. And block Secret. It's going to be limited time when there's smokes left by the time they start actually getting towards the top of the stairs. The Twist has made it forward. Here comes the first fight, and Frozen is going to lose one against Donk.
Brought very, very low, 14 HP, but now you get to go up against Chopper. He's the heads-up defender down in secret. Kerrigan slides into that role. It's just the MP9. How are you going to handle this one? Twist, Rain, and Brokey all coming through. Red HP and Chopper gets away. Molotov will delay. They do not pass. And the rotation has come into the lower side as well.
Keeping it quiet, but this slowdown is allowing Tanir to get in behind them. Making noises, Rain, trying to pull Chopper into the fight, and he's not going to get that opportunity. Chopper's going to stay tucked in the corner. Great shot from Brokey. They needed that to create the space to allow that bomb to get out and planted. Kerrigan loses his duel against Sway, who drops down and will now try and assist Spirit in retaking this lower bomb side. Brokey's got to pull off a 1v4. He's got the first kill locked in. That defuse is being stuck. He's got the second kill on the vent, but he realizes once that defuse has started, there's no getting to it in time. Brokey's going to go away with a lot of kills.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's actually great for Brokey. I mean, you're round 11, so economy isn't like the most consequential thing in the world, but all those kills, once again, you just limit what Spirit can fight with in this next round.
But Tanir ended up with an MP9 because he wanted to get the AWP, but there wasn't time and couldn't switch back to the M4 in the end. So he dropped that over to Chopper, who dropped an M4 to Donk. So no AWP, 4 M4s and MP9 against the 5 AKs of FaZe Clan.
Very slow start here on Nuke for Spirit, trying to scrape a couple together right at the end. They've got the first.
Ray jumping down already in main, but he gets spotted by Donk, who this time is hiding all the way back in the garage. Here comes Frozen out in the open, looking for the Heaven fight, and Frozen can't connect this time on Shiro. So it's Spirit off to a great start. They've done a lot of damage to the 3 remaining players as well here at FaZe.
Great play by Tanir to not try and go for the fight, even if the opponent wasn't facing him. He realizes it's a 5v3, so he's just buying time for his teammates to rotate over.
Okay, smoke down towards the bottom of the ramp. Kerrigan and Brokey searching. Tanir biding his time, using the sound cues. Quick peek. Brokey and Kerrigan will be distracted. And he will find one. Yeah. Brokey inside the smoke, can't get the plant down, and he's gone as well. So Twist left alone. 4th round now for the defense.
Yeah, slowly but surely recovering this half. An opportunity to leave the first half 7-5 down. It could have been a far worse scoreline being developed against Spirit. Looked like they had no shot at this.
It's probably best off if he could somehow save this AK. Only 1900 going the way of FaZe Clan.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty gross buy at the end of the day, isn't it?
And all likelihood now it is going to be a 7-5 half. Great recovery from Team Spirit.
Yeah, I think this round felt like FaZe, I think, you know, called something a little bit more individual, a lot more individual freedom. I think Frozen's probably feeling a hot hand at the moment with the way he tried to wrap around that smoke, trying to really kind of crunch in towards the mini player, but a good position from Donk. That like old Red Bull position at back of garage, that's like the position you play as the outside player if you're getting wrecked every single round. You're like, okay, I don't want to fight anymore. I'm just going to sit here and get a free kill. And Donk delivers.
There's only one more spot after that.
That you can
forklift in CT spawn.
Those are the spots.
It's so crazy that Frozen is making this play and the guy he's fighting with is Shiro, who's the rotation player. The 2A players just nowhere on his screen.
Had to be frustrating. Final round of the first half. A really busted buy for FaZe. Really not a whole lot of utility to do anything across the map. This might just have to be a single timing call from Kerrigan.
Kerrigan looking over at his teammate's screen before he tosses the smoke out. And then we'll do so. And they're going to go before the smokes, wanting to get the fight, and Twist is going to win it at range against Shiro. And now they go down secret. FaZe have the opening, and they've got the space now as well.
Well, there's 2 of them down here, Donk and Chopper. Twist going to be first up again. Wants nothing to do with that fight, brought down to 20
Frozen's down vents.
Oh, my lord.
Frozen round the back. Oh, misses out on the timing there as Chopper backtracks down towards the double doors. You got Donk to line up the double. Twist and Rain cast aside as Donk goes back for more. This time put in the ground by Frozen. The fight's still very much on here from FaZe, and it's Kerrigan going all the way to hell.
His whole job is to get up in towards Heaven and actually allow them to go back up towards vents or go back through mini to come to the upper bomb site. He needs to secure that second option, and already Spirit has an idea it's coming. Zway's going to park himself CT vent, but look at number 5, Tanir coming over from ramp room. There's a timer on Kerrigan's play.
30 seconds on the clock. Tanir, oh my god, Kerrigan turns just in time. Now Zway, here's the steps, charging in, decides to move out and take the fight, and it's a double to set up his in-game leader against that of FaZe's. It's Kerrigan left in a 1v1 against Chopper, and he's got the utility to buy himself some extra time. That'll hold Chopper back in the vent. This is the fight for the last round of the half. And Chopper confirms his position. Kerrigan goes into the lobby. He's actually going a long way around. Oh, okay.
What?
I thought for a second, Kerrigan, that is wild.
This is still pretty wild. You're very far off. He thinks Chopper's going to assume he came in towards lobby. He thinks Chopper's going to read this play, when it looks like he is.
The battle of the minds.
There's a kid on Chopper.
He hasn't tapped it yet. Kerrigan ever closer to the hut now. There's the kid, and there's the stick. He's just going to hold it. Will Kerrigan go? Yes, he will. Into the fight. Chopper's got the kill, and he gets back to the defuse. It's going to be a 5th round secured right at the end there for Spirit, and we definitely have a game in our hands.
Huavan Igor, Rain, Party Astronauts.
It's Russell Van Dolken, Twists. My first team was SKDC.
It's Holly Sokans, my nickname is Brookie, and my first team was Wolsung.
Ben Anderson, also known as Kerrigan, and my first team was Team Delete.
David Czernianski, known as Frozen, and my first team was Cyber Factory.
Nice!
Well, we have absolutely got an exciting match here on Nuke. It was looking like FaZe were going to dominate Team Spirit, but able to claw back a few extra rounds at the end of the half there to get a 7-5 scoreline. Chopper winning out in the 1v1 against Carrigan right at the bitter end. Now they switch to the T side. We'll see if it's going to end up being another slow half here from Donk, or if he'll finally arrive here in the quarterfinals.
Найс! Хорош. Молодец, Вань. Вань, давай пятак, блядь. Давай пятак, ты лучше нам.
Little bit from Spirit, scraping together the last 3 rounds of the first half to make this doable. Pistol round, second half is live. Spirit attacking into FaZe. They too have played a passive defense towards ramp room. Frozen looking for just 1 kill. Missed the opportunity. Gonna back away, and now comes the shift. Spirit's gonna hustle as well. They aren't taking their time the way FaZe did, so Rain is the only one that's gonna be down here with any ability to slow this down or do any damage.
A lot of noise, a lot of steps, not a lot of fights just yet.
Shiro's flanking from Secret as well.
Here comes the flash right into the face of Donk. Sway's going to win the first duel, Donk on the second, and it's really come crashing down around FaZe here. Ends up being a very comfortable pistol win here in the second half for Team Spirit.
That's not the ideal choke point for 5 players to swing and fight. I'll just say that.
Yeah, it's always strange to see when people give up ramp, and that's great. But then you have the long-range fights from Silo, from Decon, from Long, right? And once you fall all the way back, well, now you're taking close-range fights against the Glocks, which is not what you want. So maybe FaZe caught a bit off guard by the pace at which Spirit took control of B.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, you know, also, I guess maybe a dicey way to rotate. I think a 3-man stack in the upper bomb site. Maybe don't feel like there's anything super comfortable. Should have at least had outside information, but oh well. For a slow start in the first half, Spirit now get a chance to get off to a hot one here on the T side.
Well, making the most out of the 5-7. Carrigan spamming down into the smokes, but Spirit do get 3 players towards Secret. It'll be a very disappointing start to the series for FaZe to have gone up so early and to just get blanked for the remainder of the map.
Yeah, I think their goal right now in the CT side, especially in the early going, is to avoid what happened to Spirit, right? Like don't go into those like early gun rounds with like a brittle economy. That first one's always going to be sketchy, but if you win that, string them together, so you have to get into that force buy situation, scraping together what guns you can, trying to win. 48 seconds on the clock as Spirit take control of Big Garage outside. 1 Molotov left on Carrigan. FaZe have control of the lobby, although Tanir is looking for any follow-up pushes any further.
Now there is a push coming his way, and it's going to be Frozen. How far does he go here? Tanir starting to move forward into the lobby again. 28 seconds left, not a lot of time. Donk getting involved in the vent fight, and they're going to start charging
2 players downstairs for FaZe.
these remaining members into B, but those 2 players from FaZe trying to get involved in fights. Twist unable to get anything. Nice shot from Brokey, but then Donk arrives.
There he is.
And a double on the headshot. Yeah, clearing out this force buy from FaZe, and it's a tied game.
It was so fast we couldn't even get to the second kill in time. It's just a headshot that shows up on the feed. So, 7-7.
What a round 6-7 was.
We'll always have it. We'll always remember it. Yeah. Where were you during this round?
Well, Carrigan off to save the 5-7.
I can't imagine a world in which FaZe just disappears out of this game. That first gun round, I'm really curious to see what kind of FaZe we're going to get. Really well manufactured here from Spirit. Good kills from Donk, but man, I think you're dead on. After the first half you had and the kind of performance you put in, to slip away and lose this map would be devastating to your mental.
Just the way they played in that first half as well. It was great counter-strikes, beautiful rounds being displayed.
But it also is the other side of the coin, where we spent a half saying, okay, Donk's, 0-4, 0-6, 0-7. Like, it's also one of those things where all the great players is like, how long are you realistically going to be able to keep them down? How
You're
long?
Just going to make the most of the slow start.
And they did.
Yeah.
Let's be real. They accomplished everything they needed to.
Well, as expected, not a whole lot to play with here for FaZe. You got Deagles for Frozen, Rain, and Twist. 5-7 saved by Carrigan. Brokey hanging on to a little bit of extra cash to try and get that AWP out. And see how clean Team Spirit can keep this one.
This first map feels like both teams just kind of testing each other out. You brought up the thing about FaZe and being fast-paced. Both teams have been pretty chill, not doing anything insane across the map, playing standard, fundamental Counter-Strike, textbook Counter-Strike. Seems like the tension of a first map in this kind of an elimination series has both teams just playing standard for the moment.
Well, Zoe out onto the upper bomb site. It's going to be one from him. Donk and Shiro also following through. And just the amount of utility that's tossed towards Frozen. He can't stay committed towards the Heaven fights. He's doing very well here at bringing members down of Team Spirits. Another Deagle shot for him.
That's a shot that you didn't need to take if you're Chopper. That's a fight you went looking for that you really didn't have to. You've lost another weapon. A little bit of extra bonus money goes to everyone on FaZe, but the respending for the AK in the next round for Chopper is the painful part. (8-7). Donk not going to let him get the shot off.
Right.
Now up to 11 kills as the star player of Spirit as we get into the first gun round in this second half.
The buy is back for FaZe. You've got the AWP for Brokey. We'll see how they decide to play this round, Team Spirit. Now they know they're up against the buy.
All right, FaZe. Rain's going to be outside with Frozen. Twist and Kerrigan at the upper bomb site on defense. Brokey's all position in ramp room for this first look.
Oh, the cross smoke's broken up for just a second. Still going to be plenty of time on them for these Spirit players to cross, and they get across before Rain starts spamming down through the smokes, so they don't take any damage. And they'll get 2 down secret. Shiro's going to stay committed at red, hoping he can catch Frozen overextending.
The only person who can rotate downstairs is Brokey. They no longer, with access to secret FaZe, they don't have vent control, so they can't drop down vents to rotate. They're just going to have to shift someone to ramp room to take up Brokey's position.
Yeah, there's the opener. It's going to be Shiro to catch out Rain towards hell. We've got Frozen waiting inside of the garage. It's a double kill from Frozen. Stay committed to it. And yeah, the bomb being down is a massive problem here for Spirit. They got to try and get it back. And it's Shiro on that mission. And his barrel is so long around the corner, but he went and won the fight anyway. Tenio got a follow-up, and all of a sudden it's a 2v2 with 45 seconds left. And Spirit once again have the bomb.
I don't know if they realize where Twist has gotten off to. They know there's an upper player still alive. Twist hunting down Tanir and will find it. All on Shiro. He's been excellent in 2025. He's always been an incredible clutch player, but he's only got 27 seconds to put this one together.
Going down towards secret. The B bomb site currently with no one there. He'll have the space, he'll have the time.
Frozen's or Twist is really going the long way around. So if Shiro is able to plant this bomb unabated, I think he has a very good chance of clutching it.
Oh, bomb is planted. Here's the drop into the vent. Brokey accelerating. He's got the rifle out this time instead of that AWP for this clutch. Twist and Brokey now doubling up together.
They're going to hunt him down. They're going to hunt him down over towards the window.
The multi-kill here, isn't it, for Shiro? Double doors open wide. They don't actually hunt. They don't go for the fight. They don't find him. And so Shiro wits up at the window here. Can he get the angle? Oh, just about missing it. And they're just going to hold the defuse. So Shiro unable to get it done. He had a chance there. A small bit of the body showing, and Shiro just couldn't connect the shot.
I'm looking over. Yanko's got that Listerine face going on.
Yeah.
You wanted him to actually get aggro and go for that clutch rather than...
No, I mean, it was fine. It was tough after he misses the shot,
obviously,
right? Like, he had him dead to rights. He just had to swing a bit more wide to connect on the shot, but it really felt like if he gets that first one, the round is his.
Oh, it's so close. It's so close. He saw an arm. 8-8. Shiro retains the op. Smoke wall coming up. Rain behind credit.
And this time, instead of having multiple players outside for Team Spirit, they're just sending Donk. Chopper's going to be a little bit further behind him, but right now, Donk, the only player committed outside behind red. He's worried about an aggressive play from a FaZe member as well. You can see him checking around red. And then he crosses into the open. That smoke brick is there, but no one's gathering info from it.
Well, it's perfect. It actually prevents the Donk from even attempting the cross. The smoke's just faded now on that break, so utility spent actually delays anyone from getting over towards secret. Donk happy to just kind of chill and stay positioned. Chopper's got another smoke to chuck out for him at some point.
This could be a ram fake into an A split. They're going out for him.
Yeah, Tenero's going to be at the front, running in. Brokey, look at this. Lets them go on by, gets the double kill. Fantastic work from the rifle. Now Shiro's up next. It's going to be tough to clear him off the top here with an AWP. Shiro giving it a good go. It's absolutely chaotic. But then Carrigan comes in and he settles things down as FaZe will go back into the lead of the game.
But remember, sometimes in MR12 too, it's about winning these all-important rounds. Ones like this that can just swing the game into such a heavy FaZe momentum. No more money left for Spirit after this. Chopper's going to save the Galil. 1,200 in the bank. But FaZe have a chance to blow up the scoreboard yet again.
We'll see a Holly timeout after this one as well. Yeah, just such a powerful position from Brokey. I don't know if he's not checked because they're faking a Heaven rep or throwing utility for Heaven rep. So they maybe thought, okay, the ramp player left ramp to fight outside. But him being able to find the double kill was huge. Carrigan very aggressive on the flank too. Not overthinking it, and FaZe just mopped that up.
Not overthinking it there, but it feels like both teams have had very cerebral T-sides. I feel like everyone's like, no one's trying to use the brute force, the strength quite yet. Everyone's still trying to outmaneuver and outplay and outposition the opposing team. That round it just looked like it got flattened, obviously, by Brokey up on the boost.
And in general, you want to win slow before you start playing fast. But let's see if this buy, and it is a force buy from Spirit, changes their approach. Chopper dropped the Galil over to Donk. He's on a Tech 9.
FaZe are right there, man. You win this round, and Spirit's going to be so low on money.
Really surprised not to see the timeout before this sort of a call because it's a risky one, but perhaps Halle is on board. On the same page with his IGL.
Putting some faith in Chopper to call a round win for this new Spirit lineup. Smoke in towards Squeak Door to delay even more. There's Smoke, Molotov, Nade, Flash. One of each remaining for Team Spirit in the rest of this round. 1 minute and 6 seconds. And Rain spotted one outside. That's the one Galil. The drop down off the mini roof. What a push from Zwei.
And that Tech 9 carving them up. Donk's rifle still effective. Chopper bears down on Carrigan, and somehow, someway, Spirit actually break through.
Just that one initial kill from Donk, and then there's not enough players to come in and trade. Incredible trading from Spirit. FaZe could never get it under control, and they've got to save.
And you literally just said in that last round that it's going to come down in MR12 to these little rounds like this, you know, the important ones. And this is a round Team Spirit should have lost. It should have been 10 rounds for FaZe. They had the advantages on their side, but the risk, it pays off, and the game is tied again.
Yeah, this round it feels like it's either going to be 8-11 or 9-9 after the fact, and Spirit get the positive end of it, thanks to Donk.
And Yanko was just saying that first half as well, how FaZe can't afford to lose these kind of rounds. They've lost a number of them now throughout regulation.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Lack of information outside played a part because Twists was down B near windows, right? They weren't sure if someone went down secret or not. So playing a bit in the dark is FaZe Clan. We see them take a timeout now, so wondering what the adjustment is going to be. Twist has a good spawn if he wants to maybe go for an aggressive play outside, maybe make his way into a secret.
Haven't really seen that from either team being aggressive outside on the CT. So I think Chopper tried it once in the first half, kind of got spotted out in the open and ran back, but haven't really seen anyone push up and try and deny complete access to that part of the map. So Holly's barked out his last orders, fist bumps down the line. Set to begin, 9-9 between Team Spirit and FaZe. Quarterfinals of ESL Pro League Season 22.
And that saved Galil, man. In the end, made all the difference. Being dropped over to Donk, he found the kill on it, did a lot of damage to Rain.
Even though he actually lost half of his health within the first few seconds of the round as well, he still go on to have impact. Crazy. Now he's got the AK. Obviously allowed the upgrade. FaZe, they had the timeout. They've actually got the better buy here in terms of the weapons available. And Donk is going to be running towards Secret. Look how quick this is. Oh, well, that's a great grenade.
That's a lovely grenade. All right, well, that also sends the message that Donk hasn't gotten down without them having an idea. Frozen waiting for his duel over towards the control side doors. Both teams quiet on the map. Spirit, plenty of utility. Likely to chuck out a mid-round smoke wall, something to give some attention outside, some kind of a distraction.
And then they go into Brokey. Lasers through the first. Tanir carved out of the Spirit attack. And FaZe will hold the player advantage for the time being. It's Donk, who's badly bruised from that grenade, still trying to force the issue here and get down Secret and get that trade on Frozen. He just doesn't really have the health nor the space in Zwei. His reaction is to push in towards Hell. It's a decent position to gain here for Zwei. We'll see how far he can go with it as Twist waits at Heaven.
They're all coming back. This is the final play. As long as Twist holds his ground, Spirit's not going to have access. Oh, and the sound cue is, that's it. That's like just so busted.
Look at this, yes. Twist then is just razor sharp ready to try and take these two Heaven players down, but the Chopper just slips out of the hut, takes him off the top. Rain and Carrigan have to step up in his stead, and now it's Donk who can't deliver a clutch. Carrigan's gonna swing, and we've got 10-9. FaZe double figures into the lead. Money broken down again for Team Spirit.
Man, that was so close. Thank God for Carrigan's triple kill. I think Twist, I don't know if I want to call it a misplay, but it seemed like he was so afraid of that fight coming up Heaven, wrapping around him, that backing out in the way he did and putting so much on the shoulders of Carrigan, making Rain have to adjust instantaneously. That put a lot of pressure on that defense, but it answered the call.
Yeah, got a little bit awkward in the end about what's covered, what's not, but a huge round for FaZe Clan. And yeah, I think the way Frozen opened the round, going straight Secret and just playing for info, it really prevented Donk to apply any real pressure.
But I think both teams have gotten away with that a little bit in some of these passive defenses because the offenses have been so passive too that FaZe is able to hold on to so much smoke and utility. Like, neither team really seems all that kind of concerned about something happening in the first 20 seconds so far on their CT sides. They've saved a lot of the nades for the mid round, for the late round, to have the counter utility to be disruptive.
Well, just 2 rounds ago, Spirit won with the Galil and pistols. They've now got Donk on an AK. Tech-9's around him. And the smokes go up outside. Donk looking to fight against the AWP. And he's gonna win it! Brokey dropped! Oh, Brokey not gonna be happy about that, but that's the exact start you need if Spirit are gonna win this round.
Donk must have seen his barrel sticking out of the smoke at some point when he shifted left. That's gross. Brokey just never saw it coming.
Seems like Frozen is going to have a lot of work to do to salvage this round for FaZe.
Yeah, but what a maps he's been having. 20 kills, 13 deaths. Frozen.
He needs at least 2.
Looking to shut them down. That AK from Donk is now dropping back from outside, joining the ramp attack for the final maneuver here of Spirit. This is the all-important fight. Frozen, first and second, and he makes it 3. Most importantly, dropping Donk in that engagement. That AK's out of there. Tanir throws his weapon on the ground as Carrigan peeks him, and it's Shiro now stepping out to the hut to his death. FaZe avoid the scare. Is now 11-9.
Frozen, Frozen, Frozen. Well, we're getting a little bit of that FaZe bullshit. We've had huge individual triple kills in back-to-back rounds. Carrigan salvaging the busted defense previously. Now Frozen in a 4 versus 5, somehow getting Donk as well as the 3rd and final kill.
Yeah, this is huge. Frozen's just been so good for FaZe Clan in this competition. Such an important fight to win, and a 3rd kill is just a little bit ridiculous. You think Donk is eventually going to trade that out. Just couldn't do it. And now look at Team Spirit. They're coming into this one. They got 2 AKs, 2 Galils at the Eagle to try and stop FaZe from getting up to map point.
23 and 14 for Frozen on this opening map. And now FaZe is really building into critical mass, opening 2 kills.
Just need to reset here, FaZe Clan. You're in a 5v3.
Oh, this drop.
Tinir found a gap in Vents. They have no idea.
We'll see if they can unravel this defense off the back of that play. But if they take down Donk outside, might not matter here. Twist is ready. Donk goes down. It's all of a sudden Zwei and Tanir. And the player that has to make the winning move is definitely Tanir in this scenario. And he's coming around the back. Twist now considering it. And he knows there was a gap and clocks it right at the final second. It's Tanir to go down. Zwei left 1v4. And it will be FaZe Clan heading up to map point.
I don't know if someone from production who's listening to this can say it felt like someone else said it to him. Like someone got aware as time passed.
At the gap, like look behind you.
So if we can get that info, that would be awesome. But whoever realized it, if it was Twist, even more props to him. But that was huge. Felt like that was the only danger left in this round for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, I thought this was going to get into like a late round 2v3 with that kind of a play. I thought Tanir was going to have him for sure, but what a heads-up look from Twist. And this is the issue. I mean, FaZe, it feels like could have had this a little bit earlier. This is that 11-8 round that we thought was going to come to fruition.
Oh my God, Brokey.
Look at the way Spirit's having to fight back in this game. It's all 4 spies. Had like 3 of these rounds with Tech-9s and Deagles, and that's it.
Has never really had a good run of buys here. FaZe have kept them disrupted. Well, Donk has broken Brokey outside, and he's gone into the vents.
Problem is, Frozen's in a ton of trouble inside the bomb site as well. Position now noted by Donk. He's got to get out. This is a smart play. It's the only one he's got.
He'll head back up to the control room. But with the way Frozen's been playing, let's see if he can shut this down. His teammates are rotating very quickly, but it's Donk's Deagle once again. A little bit of impact, keeping Spirit afloat here. Frozen's got the response onto Tanir. And suddenly it is just Chopper and Donk. They're going to try and get out towards the upper bomb site.
Chopper has the bomb.
Chopper's the man with the
Oh my
bomb,
God!
but it doesn't matter when Donk is just deeging them. It's Carrigan and Frozen left. Can Donk continue play as he goes to the AWP?
Drop it.
Not known to be an AWPer. Yeah, might want to go back to that Deeg. It's hot right now. Kerrigan's going to come give him the look.
Oh, but finally, dropped by Frozen, leaves it all on Chopper, but Donk has set up the distraction, and it's on Chopper to close. They're both low in HP. Carrigan and Frozen have been damaged in earlier fights, and Chopper's going to smoke out that left side ramp and get back to safety behind the double doors.
They're quick to this B bomb side. I think it's a very strong position for FaZe to watch it out.
They got a smoke for that defuse as well. They're going to toss that on the bomb. One player can get on it, but Chopper's got the kill, and so close to it. A stylish finish right at the end, but it is Frozen. That is the highlight reel the entire first map, and FaZe Clan take a 13-9 win on Nuke. First map here in the quarterfinal goes the way of FaZe. Deagle, Alex, when you've got Donk, there's always a way to a round win, and FaZe made the most of him being absent for the first quarter of the game.
Yeah, I was actually really kind of, I don't know, I had my expectations shattered after that first map. The interview Frozen gave with Trace, it seemed like he'd kind of like, he was just accepting that this might be a quick day in the office, you know, and he's actually not single-handedly, but played a very large part in FaZe being a serious contender to take down Spirit.
That's been Yanko's whole point about this, is if you're a team that just accepts the fact you're probably going to lose, all of a sudden you can do some crazy shit, and we saw some of that from Frozen on map 1. Pistol round is live, and already Spirit progressing into the A-bomb site.
Yeah, well,
they're taking heavy damage.
They carved out the space, the bomb is going to be planted, and Donk continuing to move through jungle. Shiro following up, and yeah, it's now a very tough scenario to see FaZe pull this one back, but if there is a way, that is a step in the right direction. Frozen through the murder hole has got himself a kill here on Tanir. We've got Donk hiding in the corner. Twist gonna go down, and Donk nearly delivering all the death required, but it's Frozen looking to continue an incredible series here in the first round of Mirage.
This one feels way far gone. Oh, unless he finished him then! Right then and there!
He's got it, he's got it.
No.
You know, I swear, one more bullet before Chopper gets around the corner, and that's Frozen's.
I know, but like, bro, how good does Donk have to be for this team? How good? These shots with the USP, red HP from jungle into the bomb site, at least one of them, you can only see the top half of their head. It's just disgusting that he's able to get those frags.
Yeah, really, really good output into the pistol. I mean, it's exactly what Spirit needs to kind of shake off map 1. But yeah, you're right. Red HP gets himself a multi. Shiro as well at P250 at range.
These ones, okay, that one's fine. It's this next one that's just like, what? Like, you have no business getting that.
You could just see like Twist's quiff over the box.
I know.
That's enough.
I don't even know what a quiff is, but it sounds small.
Yeah, it's a little bit of hair at the top of your head.
Okay, there we go.
Round 2 Deagles and Frozen's M4. Spirit won't have the same kind of troubles we have in our games, though. Like second round versions, those should be fine.
It's going to be a bit of a well, it's not a cakewalk quite yet.
No, maybe like a flan.
They won 2 of them themselves on Nuke.
Yeah.
That didn't help them get the victory.
Yeah, it was crazy to still see FaZe pull through despite losing a number of those kind of rounds. But Frozen's got a rifle. We know how well he's been playing in this tournament, and specifically in this series, so not counting FaZe out of this one just yet.
It's feeling very much like an opening to start that we had on Nuke as well, like slow pace, calculated. And that might be a factor due to some of the new additions to the Spirit roster of Zwei and Tanir and the kind of shifts and the changes that's going to cause. Obviously, the stand-in for FaZe with Rain stepping back into the lineup also causes something similar. He's been vocal and told us the playbook is completely different from when he was there just a month ago.
Frozen. Oh my god, okay. Chopper winning that one.
And that one as well, as Rangers come sauntering down the stairs. So mid-control, and as you mentioned, not having the same issues we do. These anti-force buys just fine for Team Spirit. FaZe cannot find the right way to look at the right time, although the deagle from Kerrigan pops up. Another one almost there as he tries to line it in. And Twist will go down last. Or will he? One more and this could be something special. One more to find over in middle. He's going to bail out. Oh, he's just gotten into safety. Look at the time. Oh, he's got to run all the way. And Twist has won it. Oh, I didn't even notice the time. Twist toys with them in a 1 versus 4 in his back pocket.
Oh, that one's a really nasty one for Spirit in the VOD review. How has that gone so awry?
23 seconds.
Yeah, right. Keep your eyes at the top of the screen. And then you're thinking, okay, we just need to kill him.
Oh, my lord.
Let's go. Yep. Yep.
I didn't even... Yeah, that's
Certainly
one of the more hopeless looks I've seen in a long time.
He's got the big control. Smoke's gonna leak out to the bottom of Con, and Twist looking over the top. He's gonna have that first fight. Shiro sending a couple of bullets towards him, and Donk then backs off. The grenade would have landed right at his feet, but he manages to get out of danger.
I still can't believe Twist won that. All right, lock in. Here we go. Kerrigan up on the balcony. Got Frozen coming back from Catwalk right now. Spirit spread across the map, just looking for some clean shots of these Deegs. Donk, obviously, with the AK-47. So looking for a pick before they decide what they want to try and exploit. But FaZe not giving them anything yet.
Yeah, Bomb's going to be moving back, joining the pack in middle. Svay ahead. Ooh, an opportunity for a little bit of friction. He wants to take a fight. And Kerrigan more than willing to oblige.
All right, well, now you got to make your move. Push up Catwalk, but you have to commit if you want these kills.
And now Donk looking for the shots off towards the bench. It's going to be Frozen. The double kill to Famas, and Shiro straight back. So 3v2. Still a shot at this for Spirit, but they're very split up, and it comes down to whether or not Shiro can get this kill on the site. Twist around the back, denies it, and 25 seconds remaining. Chopper, and round no longer possible. And it'll end up being 2-1 for FaZe.
They're starting to believe.
This is kind of the dangerous thing coming into this. This is why I kind of mentioned too at the start. I was surprised at how many people it felt like were saying that Spirit were such like overwhelming favors in this matchup.
Well, it's because they're such a, a contender, and then you feel like they've just took a straight firepower upgrade into near.
Yeah.
I think the assumption was
it's just so early in the roster, is my point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's hard to argue that perhaps expectations were set a bit too high for Spirit, and especially, I mean, we all know it. These teams that have this, as Chopper put it in his, last dance energy, albeit with a variety of bureaucratic compromise. There it is. It's funky, but it is absolutely going to give the same vibe that we are seeing FaZe thrive here on the first and now into the second. This is Spirit's territory, right? You pick this map for a reason. You pick up the pistol convincingly. Don't get to multi-kill. You think, all right,
yeah,
this is Spirit now. We're in gear. We're ready to go. Pedal to the metal. And instead, you find yourselves round 4 saying, don't go kill with the deagle, otherwise we're getting nothing.
Yeah, a couple of flashbangs for Chopper to try and set him up, take someone off the line for him to get a peek. Back to the A bomb site we go. So Rain is looking like the next likeliest victim. If they can set Donk up properly, going to be difficult though. Rain with one flashbang, Twist over in Con to help support. He's got a Molotov, and Brokey's got a full kit of nades. He's over in window room. So Rain is going to play to survive, lure them in close to the bomb site as much as possible, and let his teammates handle most of the business.
Yeah, those are the 2 chances he's going to get.
And Rain comes in for the cleanup, but it's not as clean as he would have liked. He's low HP and behind triple, and the pressure is definitely on. 35 seconds. Donk always has one extra in him, and then finally taken down by Brokey. So money's going to return for rifles here for Spirit. FaZe getting off to a very strong start here in Mirage. 3-1 lead on the CT side.
Respect to Rain, man. Just tucking himself into that box. Just living and being a target is so valuable in that kind of a scenario. Not enough utility for Spirit to make any true progress. And okay, he's getting angry. Those are like a 2 out of 10 of frustration level.
Yeah, I think he went to Dexter's school of handshakes.
Yeah. He's only at like the first class though. He needs the follow-ups.
Yeah. Quick boost to get that early ladder control for the CT side. Don't count towards those top mid boxes and general mid control. Just 2 smokes invested so far, not an overexertion. He played earlier.
He played earlier today. The new additions, Zwei and Tanir, to the Spirit side of things. Both of them 0 kills so far in Mirage. Plenty of time to turn that around, obviously, going into round 5. And yet again, just a very chill T round. Donk hasn't made any progress down mid. Chopper just now coming to the end of Underpass. Brokey's scope is on the other side of this corner. And they're going to try and turn this into a split. Well, I was going to say split, but maybe a lurk now for Chopper. As most of the forces wrap around back towards A ramp.
Smoke is going to miss towards window. A lot of cover now on Chopper's face. Rain going to deploy the smoke now at 50 seconds and delay the Spirit push out just a little bit longer.
It's getting dangerous, though. When this smoke clears, Twist teammates need to be able to find Chopper underneath the window. That's going to be the big time kill. Perfect. Now you can have some safety. It turns it into a one-front attack, and Spirit's in trouble now.
And they're just going to have to go. Smokes right in onto a CT. Great peek from Tanir out of Palace. Here comes Ren on default. It's going to be Donk cleared away. 24 seconds left. Great shot from Zwei. And now we've got a 3 versus 3. Limited time, and still Twist is fighting on. Shiro in the fight, but suddenly gone as Twist and Brokey combine for another round win here for FaZe.
They used so much resources, Spirit, I think, setting up Chopper in middle and trying to get him into position that when it came to actually cross and attack into A after he gone down, they had no smokes. I think that's the second time we've seen them try and break into that A bomb site with no smokes for that cross. And FaZe more than happy to put most of their attention in middle at the start so they can turn their gaze back to the bomb site when necessary.
4-1, Carrigan getting louder and louder. And again, Spirit forced to pull up their socks with, I mean, it's more than it was before. Everyone gets a pistol this time, not just a Desert Eagle and a flashbang. Donk going forward. That's a lick of the flame. He wants Carrigan's scalp, and he's running at ya. Okay, B site's open.
It can't be like this.
The battering ram of Donk, and then Brokey back from market. It's Wake on now, but Donk has created some space. Can they capitalize on this chance? You can see the remaining forces of Spirit are still so disjointed, spread across the map, and it's all fallen away.
You know Donk is just, I mean, he's just said, I'm going to kill 1B, and he does. And then, he just sits there tutting his tongue as Brokey's on site. Brokey gets the necessary kills. Chopper with a chip in.
I mean, you don't full W like that unless you have like a set of flashbangs kind of primed, so I'm assuming that's a round that Spirit have in their back pocket of like, okay, low buy, force buy, eco, not a whole lot. Let's get Donk this Tech 9 round, see what he can do with it, and almost created the opportunity. It was always going to be hard for him to get something more from there. And a timeout called by Spirit, their first going into round 7. FaZe shocking them on Nuke. Now shocking them here in the early going of Mirage with a 5-1 lead.
How crazy would it be if FaZe beat Spirit 2-0 in the quarterfinals? Like, it's just insane to think about it, the way that FaZe came into the event. We thought they were going to be playing with Jacob. We thought that this would be their first run with that roster. Rain gets called up. They forfeit their opening game. They lose the actual match they play. And then from that point onwards, has to be perfect throughout the group stages. They just about get into the playoffs over Aurora. And now they have a chance to bring down what many people are predicting to be potential champions of the entire event.
That'd be a good way to start this bracket for FaZe. Obviously, this is going to be the harder side of the playoff bracket that we got. The winner of this match takes on Furia or Vitality, which is going to be our next match in these quarterfinals.
Oh, lovely team play. That's why you drop the double nade to Twists. Donk on the warpath walks straight into Brokey's AWP.
Rain saw him just as that smoke cleared, and Brokey turned his gaze perfectly.
Here goes Brokey into the open.
That's enough.
Yeah, you don't need to do any more.
Yeah, just bait them into Twists. Allow him to get the easy kills. Wait, topples, then Brokey can re-peek, and Twist is just going for fight after fight. It's Tanir 1-6, 1-7 now as Twist just swings out into the mid-fight. 12-3 right now from Russell Van Dolken. This is one hell of a showing on the CT side.
Does anyone from Spirit want to fight back?
Yeah, that's
anybody?
I haven't seen any of them get into a position where they're like, this is the fight I want, and take the swing. None of it seems comfortable. No one seems like they're finding the kind of fight and situation they want to be in. Donk's trying to get creative with the cheesy peek just as a smoke is fading. I think there's a severe lack of confidence in the Spirit camp at the moment.
And no lack of confidence on the FaZe camp right now. Like, Twist is just swinging.
Oh, he's done. He wants. He's ready to go home.
Yeah. I mean, it must feel good for Twist. He's making Spirit look like schoolboys right now. I mean, this is not what it felt like in Liquid. in their head-to-heads.
No, true. Very true.
This is a, you know, that I saw it and felt it on Nuke when he was just like going ahead of the yard smokes and just tapping someone lockers. I'm like, ooh, Twist is back, baby.
There's part of that honeymoon period we talk about in FaZe. If they start building up some momentum and start feeling good in these playoffs, you're going to get a bit more of that honeymoon. Maybe not so much at the B bomb side. Kerrigan's given it up entirely, and I'm surprised they're making this kind of a jump in this kind of an economic situation, but they feel like this is a full-blown execute. They've bit hard.
Very hard indeed. They're already into the B bomb site. It's just Chopper's utility has forced the rotation.
I mean, it sounds stupid, but I almost think if you don't get a kill off Catwalk, you might just save.
We'll see if Kerrigan can move forward. He's stepping around. Zway's going to swing into him. Give him a small opportunity, but Frozen has died from Catwalk, so let's see if they go for that save call or if they just try and force their way out. And brute force seems to be working because Kerrigan and Brokey now back into this. Shiro's Deagle right between the eyes, still sticking to this. It's Chopper and Shiro trying to round it out, but FaZe go back into the retake attempt and they come out on top. They just continue to build up a beautiful CT side. 7-1 now. Even when Spirit get into the bomb site, it's not enough to close.
I think Chopper's not a lurker, you know? I'm just going to say that. Chopper, that's like the second or third time in this half where like I've seen him like lurking on the other side of the map when the bomb's being defused, and it's like he's not hitting those timings the way you need a lurker to hit them.
Meanwhile, I think Brokey's AWPing on that retake was just, you know, textbook. You know, you're holding for the bench swing as your teammate progresses. As your teammates get in, you do set up again. He catches Shiro in a necessary trade as well. This is this lovely double nade. You see they're doing this? It enables Twist to not only threaten for the smoke break once, but also he can set up for the break on top for this AWP peak. Bang, perfect. Exhibit A. Number 2, this time not so lucky on the shot, doesn't quite track him.
Now Kerrigan rolling back to you. He's got the AWP in his hands, looking up into the apartments.
Rolling back the decades.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Many years in that. Well, let's see if he's still got it. Pushing forward.
He played under one of the very best in the cleanup.
He's learned all of his tricks.
Absolutely, studied Cajun B's gameplay for many years.
The interesting thing for Kerrigan is he doesn't realize Zwei is in that hard right position, so that peek might throw him off a little bit if he's focused on the deep stairs angle.
Yeah, it doesn't feel too comfortable for Kerrigan from that camera, does it?
No, and I think the sad thing that we can see is FaZe is relying on him quite a bit. They've rotated everyone off, so Kerrigan grabs a new angle with the cover of smoke that's gone deep, but he did indeed have no clue Zwei was there, who's already in front of the smoke. And bang.
Wow.
And now you panic if you're FaZe.
Yeah, because that B bomb site is wide open. Well, that helps. Twist has got one right back here on Chopper. And 30 seconds left as the bomb finally arrives.
This is, I think, the save that I thought we were going to get in the previous round, especially with AKs instead of Tech 9s and Deagles. You are not retaking that B bomb site when you're this far away, so FaZe can't really do anything except perhaps set up for some exit kills if they want the cash and take weapons away, or just preserve your own.
There's certainly a correlation between Spirit heading towards the B-bomb site and having more of a round than they have since trying the A and mid splits.
Yeah, they really have. Might be something they try and lean into for a couple of rounds, see what they can get. And here's the exit kill setup. Brokey off angle with the up. Okay, that's insanity from Zwei.
Okay.
And that really sucks. That's a lot of cash hitting the ground if you're FaZe.
Well, luckily they've got plenty of it. And the grenade goes into the corner. Zwei forced into the fight, and Frozen grabs one at the end. So finally, someone else from Spirit stepped it up. This time it's Zwei.
Yeah, those are brilliant kills from Zwei to get into the bomb site and essentially just win the round. Or not to get into the bomb site, just to take everything away on your exit of the bomb site.
Simultaneously, he did get the entry onto the exposed Kerrigan.
That's a good point. I was right both times.
We're always right.
Always right, Jason. Here goes Brokey's mid-peak. And with that smoke up, not able to connect the shot just yet. Don't gonna be sprinting down. That was just about a miss. He goes back again, and Brokey really forcing himself into this fight has come out on top of it. Twist also getting a kill here for FaZe, and you immediately see Spirit just collapse in the follow-up round.
Well, they're trying to pick up the pace. A pace change off a little bit of success. And again, Alex, as you mentioned, towards that B bomb site where they've sensed some weakness and experienced some weakness. This time, however, especially with a two-man disadvantage, there ain't no weaknesses here. FaZe a very convincing round 10 victory.
Can't even get the ball rolling. Kenshiro, 8 already for the FaZe Clan CT side. I just feel like that mid shutdown, that is just, you know, synergy as well as experience oozing out of every single player's decision making. The trades, the activity levels, everyone's setting each other up, or if they're not setting them up, they are going to be there for the trade.
It's also Brokey with the old, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Yeah. It worked out.
I mean, I don't know if I haven't seen that before, or if I just didn't, you know, catch it before, but this idea of just constantly one of your B players just lobs underhand HE.
Just a bucket of them.
Yeah, you just got a constant break. Like they go mid, hits it eventually, and that causes Donk to go pushing straight into Rain. And you see that trade from Twisting Window.
Yeah, constant harassment of the edges of the smoke, of breaking the smoke, and as Brokey's challenging them, they don't feel like they have the freedom to progress and scale up Catwalk.
Yeah.
Which leaves them more and more exposed to follow-up peaks from Catwalk and Twists in the smoke, and Spirit's getting destroyed right now, man.
Yeah, and you can see that frustration starting to come out because right now you're mapped down, you don't have that backup behind you, and Donk has tried. They've had a lot of different looks. They've gone for acceleration, faster plays. They haven't changed anything. It's the same result. FaZe just dominating, putting up a blue wall of a CT side defense.
I mean, there's not too many rounds left for them to really experiment and test things across the map, but the fact that FaZe has pretty much scared them away from the A-bomb site is pretty impressive.
Yeah, completely. There is going to be Tanir just holding for early Palace aggressions, but there's a whole lot of round left.
Well, they're going to give it another go. Nice time on the nade.
Straight in the mouth.
Absolutely smashing this. The HE's in windows. So many options of where you can utilize them. And this, again, fantastic. Ears ringing for 2 of them. Gonna park Chopper. It does seem like they are going to maneuver back to test the waters of A.
Might be a little bit easier this time. Not as many FaZe players playing top con. You've got 2 players doubled up in CT, so 1 smoke, 1 Molotov is going to take that angle away.
Oh, Twist has seen him.
Oof, that was quick as well.
Very snappy from Twists. 30 seconds on the clock. Spirit have to be snappy getting into this A-bomb site now. Sway's got jungle. Brokey's got a pick on Donk though, and yeah, still collapsing here for Spirit. Still no shot in these rounds. 9-2 as we go into the last round of the first half. Spirit with no fight in them here on Mirage.
Yeah, and even oh man. I mean, for a team that has the best player in the world and the best entry fragger we've got in the game, I feel like I don't know. I feel like Spirit, and this is where I get to the new lineup stuff, it feels like they all feel like they're on a little bit of a leash. Feels like where's the aggression? Where's the convincing swing? Where's the desire to get it stuck into a battle and create some chaos? Everyone's kind of walking around, walking into fights that they're just losing.
Yeah, I think that's also just a product of the unknown that are FaZe right now.
That too doesn't help anything.
Constantly just pesking there mid early. Looks like this is going to be quite quick actually in towards B. The flashes are ready and primed.
This was the only round they found success in, was taking Carrigan down, getting a clean entry and getting into the site.
Another break!
Yep. These smokes don't really matter for Spirit, do they?
Oh, and they finish it off as well. Fantastic HE usage. We need to study this half.
They might think Chopper was the only lurk, though.
Carrigan. Oh, unchecked. Gets away with a kill here on Zwite. A 10-2 half being teed up here for FaZe Clan and Team
done.
Spirit. Looking like they're going to be eliminated from ESL Pro League in a pretty lackluster fashion. It is 10-2 right now for FaZe. How much more do they need?
quarterfinals, and they could be over quickly, at least between FaZe and Team Spirit. Expectations were high for Spirit with new firepower upgrade into near. FaZe, on the other hand, are just vibes, apparently, and the vibes are high frequency, something we can't even perceive. 10-2 at the half. Got Jason Moses O'Toole, we got Adam Dinko Hawthorne, and we got ourselves what likely is going to be a very quick second half.
Team Spirit, you are due to the tournament area. Your match is set to begin shortly.
Attention, your taxi.
Might just be seeing that airport clip play real soon, and you can see the frustration of Donk just before we came into the second half there. He tries to kick things off with an opening kill of his own through mid, but unable to get it done. And here come FaZe towards the B-bomb site. It's Tanir down first. He's had a very, very slow Mirage here. And it's going to be Frozen and Brokey just crushing the B-bomb site defenders.
He just can't catch a break, man.
This is cooked. Donk almost has to like just be a superhero before anyone else even arrives. Cut off by the Molotov. His teammates cannot combine in, so Donk's just going to go for it.
Stepping out into the open. Oh my god! You can't beat anybody right now on FaZe. They are looking so ridiculously sharp right now. This twist Frozen combo is just so much firepower available.
Whoa! Don't leave our boy Brokey out of that
as well.
Yeah, don't leave our boy Brokey out of there.
as well. But yeah, you're right. It's just incredible what we're watching right now from FaZe.
Frozen 14-4, Twist 17-5, Brokey 15-3. What are you supposed to do about that?
I mean, truly outstanding. And the kills they're getting as well. We saw the first one from the like death POV. And I'm telling you, that sound, I haven't heard that sound out of Twist in a while.
Yeah.
After the first map, I could hear him from up in the green room.
Probably since the last time he was wearing a FaZe jersey.
Yeah, probably. Truly. And he's playing like that as well. 17-5, slow down. At least that's what Spirit is saying.
I don't think they're saying much at all, to be honest with you, at this point. That's probably it's a very quiet team speak in there.
Yeah.
It's a very palpable team speak.
I think Chopper's got plenty of room to say whatever. No one's coming to the table with ideas. No one's making suggestions or tweaks.
Yeah, that's when you're like, oh, great, I guess I'll do all the ideas.
Right.
Oh, great, lovely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, they're playing standard for the moment. FaZe haven't shown or given them anything. No noise being made, no utility being chucked out. FaZe is happy to just kind of walk into map control knowing it likely won't be challenged. And the question becomes, does Spirit ever choose to stack a bomb site? Do they ever decide to gamble rotate? Do they ever decide to get aggressive?
How good is your pathing, Rain? Is he cognizant of the close left? No, he'll overlook it this time, and he costs him his life. Nice build up into the round from Shiro.
Okay.
There's why.
Up here we go. Brokey's going to get the first one in. Okay, got to watch for the market exit. There's Tanir. Got to be a win with the AK, and it will be. Another one coming out. Brokey going to scale even further. This time it's Donk.
He didn't take too much damage either. So Brokey still able to fight on, but eventually taken down by the 5-7. It is Carrigan going for the clutch. They're low and they're dropped, but Carrigan can't win it. And Spirit winning an essential victory if they want to even think about the impossible comeback.
Well, they played it perfectly, right? Got some players aggressive, working in tandem at top con. Bait Rain into the walk-up to get the control. Nice kill there, doubled up. And FaZe just hit a huge obstacle in the middle of the map. 3 deaths taken very, very quickly and forced into the catwalk play earlier than they would have liked.
FaZe going for the force though. There'll be 3 Tech 9s, 2 P250s, and a lot of utility. It's going to be a simple A execution coming in.
Curious.
I feel like this is the first A exec we've seen this map.
Well, Twist has died to Carrigan's Molotov.
All part of the plan, Dinko.
Yeah, it is. Completely calculated. Here comes Donk on the smoke break. Swing, and he's got the kill just at the end there. Of course he does. Makes something out of it at least. And Shiro nipping in front of the smoke. Bomb goes down, but really shouldn't be much else on the table here for FaZe. As Donk leaps down in between Sandwich, removes Brokey, and will defuse the bomb.
Yeah, good plant, but obviously I don't think enough kills to really motivate you to go for another string, another force buy into the mix. 3 players surviving for Spirit should be just fine. So FaZe will sit a round out, upgrade a few pistols. Good, next round will be the gun round. And Spirit have a chance to build some money and at least get what modicum of comfort they can have in this second half.
And Shiro gets to use an AWP, which is exciting for him.
Yeah, he must be pleased. He must be
Didn't
very
get
happy.
too many in that first half.
No, not many.
They've managed to keep my attention with the smoke grenade on Twists. A late one. Thrown out towards the window as they combine for a little bit of damage onto Shiro towards the connector.
Forced back by some pressure.
Че все приуныли, блядь? Ой, да что-то не пошла игра, знаешь, Андрюх?
Так, блядь, она еще не закончилась, ну так, к слову.
Это факт, это факт.
Okay, actually really cool to see some insight as to how they have been discussing how well this game's going, or rather how badly it's going.
And facts sounded the same in English and Russian.
Yep.
So I know how to speak a little bit of Russian all of a sudden.
Picking it up.
Facts.
Absolutely no printer.
It's interesting seeing that it was Tanir, bringing that up.
Yeah, no respect, because I mean, he's probably come from the the heroic culture, which is a little different to the
vibes,
the spirit.
Well, everyone who's interacted with Spirit on Media Day says that this new lineup has a completely different, positive, happy vibe energy around them.
It's true, and I reckon Tanir's probably playing a part in that.
I would imagine he'd have to be the biggest part in that.
Why are we all so gloomy? Like, that sounds so nice.
I know it does.
Why are we all gloomy?
If any of you say gloomy to me in our pugs, I'll hate you.
Okay.
Say it tonight. Just leaping outside of those Glocks into the fights. And it will be Rain a double on the D. Donk's running in, and Donk will make sure that he wins the fight. There was risk involved in that, but Donk will be happy enough to collect the kill in the 5th round here for Team Spirit. Money has returned to FaZe. They're going to get the AKs out on everyone.
Round 17.
Something tickle you in the chat there, Jim?
Yeah, the chat's bringing up a good point. It was the players. I mean, I don't like to bring this up, but I will. 2 and 13, who was trying to bring the positive vibes.
Yeah.
Hey guys, why are we so gloomy? Because you're playing.
Yeah, trust me. Sometimes it's better just to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. Hey, bottom fragger, don't talk.
Yeah, literally. Okay, late mid smokes again, going to be the play. Wow, everyone just loves leaving extra nades for Twist. The guy was getting triple HEs in mid-windowed on the first half, and now he's left with a whole cache of smokes.
Oh, he's wanted to have some star player-esque roles and responsibilities, so that's what the star player gets. So yeah, at least in this game, he's delivering upon that.
Certainly. All right, set play. Set for action on A. You can see the attention has been drawn to middle. It's just going to be the spot from Zwei, but that smoke's going to be coming in and no one's going to be in front of them.
And this last execute as well, they were super aggressive through the smokes to challenge and fight because they had teammates inside the bomb site. Now without it, and without a whole lot of HE grenades to break the smokes, they're kind of going to have to just let this plant go down and play the retake. Already down a man. And FaZe ready to be aggressive. Coming through. Good turn from Donk.
Oh, he must have had a few bullets left. I think Carrigan was trying to punish him on the low ammo. Nice one back from Chopper. 3-on-3 on the retake.
Set play. Will it be game, set, and match right now set up as FaZe are looking for 12 just around the corner. If they can close out this 3v3, it's Donk drifting to the back of Triple. Frozen waits out on Tetris. And Rain secretly hiding behind the firebox. Donk is just going to go to the defuse, directly to the defuse. Stopped by Frozen eventually. Broky's got the follow-up kill. And there it is. Series point for FaZe Clan. Semi-finals around the corner. And Team Spirit, not enough done in that first half, and they've now crumbled here.
No, I mean, Donk's just trying to hope and desperately defuse the bomb in the smoke, hoping his teammates are going to swing and fight, but too many FaZe players and too good of cover to really stop that from happening whatsoever. No chance on this set piece with an Owen in the bomb site. This is nasty. Save yourself 6 bullets. It might save your life.
Wow, really? He made that look so easy, so nonchalant about it.
All right, well, FaZe have 7 chances to close out this series in 2. Kind of a crazy concept.
It just keeps coming back to the point that Yanko brought up. It's just, you let this FaZe clan play with no pressure. It's like, what do you expect? You've got Twitch, you got so much firepower available right now, and it's beautiful to watch FaZe playing like this. Another great opener. Twist and Carrigan collapse upon Team Spirit. It's now just Tanir, Chopper, and Zwei between FaZe Clan and a semi-final here in Pro League.
That's your 2 best players if you're Spirit as well. That's Shiro and Donk hitting the deck first, so good luck to everyone else trying to pick up the pieces. Chopper left on his own devices over towards the B bomb site. Tanir starting to push in towards Palace. Zwei parked at the A bomb site. FaZe have complete control of the map and a minute left.
And FaZe just keep it disciplined even at this point. Not wanting to give a single chance for Spirit to continue play here.
Yeah, this is good from Kerrigan, though. Kerrigan and Rain are setting up Kerrigan to go on a little bit of a hunt, gather some information. It was a very quick fact-finding mission. 1 kill would be special, would be great, but now he spotted both. 3-on-1 at the B bomb site, go.
Yeah, chop up. Down and out, and that should be it. Zipping up the body bag, and now the site's open for business.
Sway's just running in. In behind the cash register into the open. Brokey stopped him from getting any closer. And Tanir's first outing with Team Spirit will end here in the quarterfinals. Many thought Spirit might be able to go all the way, but in the quarterfinals against a FaZe that were unlikely to make it to playoffs, they have completely collapsed and lost 2-0. FaZe will defeat them 13-5 on Mirage, 2-0 in the series, and FaZe Clan are heading for the semis.
I'll tell you what, it's not just you really want to play this team without any pressure on their shoulders. Do you really want to play this team when they start going on a run? This is now, what, their 4th best of 3 at this event in a row. Great in the quarterfinals. You beat up a team like Spirit. That's going to be a whole new peak level of confidence for FaZe moving forward.
Yeah, filling me with confidence is the form we're seeing from